Hey, Danielle K. Howell here, your online success coach from youronlinesuccesscoach.com. And in today's quick video, I want to talk about living life on your own terms. I think so many of us, we live our lives according to what other people think. And it's so nerve-wracking when you think about it, because we got to look our best. We got to show up as our best. We got to make sure people see us in the best light. We don't want anybody to see our flaws. We don't want anybody to think that we are not that good. We don't want people to perceive us in a certain type of way. And I commend those people that don't feel like that. Like those people who are very self-assured and they could give a rat's behind, what people think about them. But for the majority of people, we tend to make sure that we are being shown in our best light, especially with social media, right? When you think about social media, who really puts their bad photos out there? Who really puts anything that doesn't represent them in the best light possible? Their family, their children, their accomplishments. All this stuff is what we perceive on social media. But what we know deep down inside is that nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And so what I want to challenge you today to do is this. I challenge you to put up a post on social media that's not perfect. I challenge you to tell yourself, in the mirror, that you are great, but you accept and you understand that you have flaws, and it's okay because you are still wonderfully made. I want you to understand that you don't have to pretend to be happy. You don't have to pretend to be on top of the world all the time. If you're sad, go ahead and cry. If you're angry, go ahead and scream and yell. If you're upset, go ahead and say, I'm freaking upset, and don't care about what other people think. And you don't have to put on a show for social media. I used to do this. I used to do this when I was married and I was in this toxic relationship, and you probably know about this already. I'm sure you do, right? I was in a toxic relationship, and I wanted to make it work because I wanted more than anything else. I wanted my family. We were together for so long. It was toxic from the beginning, and it was toxic until the end. And and what I wanted most was my family. My children. I wanted everybody to be happy. But then I thought about it. Nobody's happy if there's nothing but chaos in the house. Nobody's happy. So I would rather have my children happy and be separate, but understand why things are separate the way they are, than to be unhappy, low self-esteem, feeling unworthy because of all the strife, all the name calling, all of the disrespect that was going on in the home, right? So, but at the same time, when there were little events, and my husband and I, we were, did have a moment together where we weren't arguing, I would take a picture. I would take a picture and I would put it on Facebook, right? And that gave the perception that everything was great. And that's why so many people were shocked when I moved out. People were shocked when I moved 2,200 miles away from that relationship. People they had no idea. Even my closest friends, even my family had no idea what was going on in my world. And so, and that just lets me know that sometimes, we can put on, and it's not that I didn't love my husband. I still love him. I love him to the day I die. But we have to understand that some people, no matter how much you love somebody, it doesn't work when you are not compatible and when you're not willing to, let go of certain things. And if there's things in the way, right? And I'm not going to get into any details, but when there's things in the way of a relationship, it will never work. So I said that to say this. I learned a lesson from that, because after my breakup, I deleted a lot of those photos. I think I deleted all of them. I try to delete as many as possible from my Facebook. I don't want to be a phony. I don't want to be a fake, but at the same time, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. So yeah, there are things that goes on in my private life that social media will never know about. Why put that out there? But there's also things that go on in my personal life that I will share, because I know that other people are going through it too, right? So this is what you have to understand. We live in an age right now where it is not cool to be yourself. It's not cool, or really, it's better to watch someone else cry, like watch the Kardashians go through their problems and their dramas. People pay thousands of dollars to watch those people. But when it comes to yourself, you won't be vulnerable. You know, you want people to see you in the best light possible. And I'm going to tell you that can destroy you from the inside out, because when something does happen, right, you have to be strong. You have to be strong enough to know that, all right, this happened and I'm going to accept it. I'm going to embrace it, and I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it to the world. I don't care, right? Stop caring what other people think. And that's what I did, you know, and that's why I let people into my life. They didn't have to know that I moved away from a toxic relationship. I could have just said I moved to Florida. Nobody would have had to know anything, they would have been none the wiser. But I wanted to be transparent, because I know that there are women who are going through the same types of things, yet they continue to lie to themselves. They continue to convince themselves that things will get better. I did that. I always thought it would get better or things would change. It never did, right? But what I understood also, what I learned, is that you have to show up on social media if you want to. Now, I'm not telling you to go on social media, but you have to show up on social media as an authentic person. An authentic person that's not perfect. You know, there's so many things going on in the world right now. Bill Cosby just got convicted. Harry Weinstein just got convicted. I think they're saying, you know, I think R. Kelly is next. And there's another guy, I can't remember who it is. But these people, you know, are doing things behind closed doors. They have a public persona and then they have a private persona, right? And that's probably most of us, right? But it all depends on what kind of private persona you have. Be okay with your private persona. If you have things in your life that you enjoy and you feel like it's nobody's business, then hey, that's nobody's business, right? If you have a public persona, then and that you are putting out there in the world, then that's fine too, right? But also know that you don't have to put on any show. You don't have to wear the best wig or the best weave. You don't have to put on the best makeup. You don't have to do any of that stuff to inspire people. All you need to do is show up on social media or anywhere that you're showing up as your authentic self. You don't have to put on any airs, and you don't have to be anybody that you're not. All right? So be your authentic self. Understand that in this society, we are celebrating fakeness. You know, everybody got fake everything. Celebrate who you are, the natural you, the real you, the authentic you, even sometimes the vulnerable you, the passive you, the weak you, the strong you, because you are you and there's nobody else like you. So I hope this message resonated with you today. If it did, please leave me a comment below. Let me know your experiences, you know, sharing on social media, just anything about, you know, authenticity and what you feel about social media, to be honest, because social media has a way of literally subliminally creating a person that you're not, right? When you look back, you're like, oh my gosh, I look like such a happy, vibrant person. And if you are, that's wonderful. But there are days when you're not happy and vibrant. Where are those pictures? Right? Where are those? That's why I always say, create a journal, right? Create a journal, because social media doesn't have to portray all your bad parts or your ups and downs, but your journal will. Your journal will always be your truth. All right? All right, my friends, thank you so much for listening. Please like this video if it resonated with you. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Share it. Subscribe to this channel. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. As I walk around, look at this, in the grass, barefoot. Why? Because I like to be one with nature. Gaia, right? It keeps you grounded. It keeps you grounded. And this is something that you should practice doing, walking around in nature barefoot, because it grounds you. It keeps you from being too aloof. It grounds you so that you can center yourself, create your thoughts, execute your thoughts and actions. All right, my friends, so a little tidbit there. Walk around in nature as much as you can barefoot, and you will be rewarded with creative ideas, creative expression, and action. All right? I'll talk to you all soon. Take care. Peace.